All right, welcome back. The time now 6:45, and of course it's time for winter weather. It's hard to believe we're already at that time of year, 2 weeks shy from Christmas, and with that comes cooler temperatures. We've got Hackney's Nursery with us. Go ahead and start by introducing yourself, y'all.
Yeah, Madison, I'm Martin Hackney, and along with me is my brother Joseph Hackney. We're third generation nurserymen with Hackney Nursery, which is located over in Greensboro, Florida, just west of Quincy.
Perfect. So, I love that. And so when you've got temperatures like this outside right now, right? There was a little bit of frost on the ground this morning. I know I just went ahead and made the decision to go ahead and bring my plants in for the foreseeable future. Yeah. But for the people that can't, right, it's important to talk about maybe what to do pre-winter and then what to do following that, right?
Yeah, so Tallahassee is located in zone 8B. So the U.S. is broke down by cold hardiness zones. So you'll find in plants that you buy, they're all labeled under a certain cold hardiness zone. And you can, the big thing is to pick out a plant that will work well in this area. Mm-hmm. That's the most important thing that you can do pre-start going into it. Another great thing that you can do is kind of know that if you can keep your plant healthy, mm-hmm. it's going to be stronger going into winter and it'll be able to take the temperatures better. Mm. Some important practices that we like to use at the nursery is we don't trim anything after September 15th. Hmm. So we don't like to have new growth coming on top of the plant as you go into winter because that'll make it more susceptible to damage. Mm-hmm. So those are a handful of, that's just kind of general practices. Mm-hmm. We have some great nurseries in this area, local garden centers at Tallahassee Nurseries, Esposito, Hines. They can all kind of guide you more with specific varieties and specific requirements. Mm-hmm. But
so when we talk about cold, we're mostly looking at like prolonged cold. So you're looking at below 32 for 2 to 4 hours is when you can really get damage. Mm-hmm. But that also depends on the plant. So what we can do is we can cover, you can get frost blankets or you can use a regular blanket. Okay. And you're looking at your annuals and your perennials and your kind of more tender plants and then your tropicals. But most of your tropicals, you probably want to just go ahead and bring those inside if they're in a pot and they're able to be brought inside. Mm-hmm. We do get a lot colder than they can handle. But the easiest thing to do is just to get a frost blanket, and you can just, we have a poinsettia here that you can just kind of cover up, and you want to tuck it all the way around, and make sure that blanket's going to hold the heat and keep that plant warm throughout the colder nights.
And that is the idea right there, right? Is the idea of the blanket is to help kind of contain the heat that's inside.
Yes, contain the heat inside, definitely. There's some other things you can do. You can water really heavy, like before the cold, and that water will help protect the roots. And,
that's good
keep
to know.
The moisture will keep the heat in the soil as well.
Oh, that's really good to know, because I would have thought it kind of did quite the opposite, you know, as the temperatures are dropping, the water would get colder, you know? So that is an important tip there too. And so is there any kind of plants you guys recommend though that maybe, and I know I'm putting you on the spot, that you could recommend that kind of do well in those types of temperatures, or?
Well, all your landscape shrubs that are planted in the ground are pretty much gonna be okay around here. Now you're gonna have perennials which are gonna die back to the ground, but then they'll come back out in March and April, and you'll have beautiful plants again. But of course, annuals, I mean, they're gonna die back at some point, and you're gonna have to replant those.
Perfect. All right, guys. Well, unfortunately, we're already running out of time. Of course, we'll be sure to put these important tips on our website after the show at wctv.tv. Before we toss to break, can you tell us where we can find you?
You can find us at mainly at local garden centers where we deliver and supply. So, yep.
Sounds good. Thank you. All right, we'll put this on our website after the show, wctv.tv. Don't go anywhere, y'all. We'll be back after the break.